Hi Taurus, welcome to Esoteric Tales and Tarot. This is your October monthly reading, and this month I'm excited because we're going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah, artwork by Elisabeth, Alba. I've done an unboxing of this very cool deck on my YouTube channel. It's got this fun themed, cats. We've got witches. We've got all of the things that are going along with the Halloween theme for the end of the month. And I am clarifying with the Barbara Walker Tarot. The Barbara Walker Tarot, I've done an unboxing as well. It's this 80s deck with cool backing and great coloured cards, and I've loved using them so far. They're amazing, the Barbara Walker Tarot. And then we're getting a final special message from the Illuminé Oracle cards from Janice, who is a sound healer and artist and a psychic who is down in New Zealand, down in South Otago, down at the very southern tip of the southern island of New Zealand. And I had a reading with her, and I'm going to put a story on my Tales and Tarot channel about how these cards came to me, a very interesting story. So I've also spent some time out under the full moon over the last few days getting psychic messages through my crystal balls, doing scrying about each sign. And the messages that I had for you, I've taken some notes on them. Taurus. So we have got grounding. Straight away I was like, okay, well, that is Taurus. And the funny thing is, I know a Taurus who has wasps and issues with wasps, so I was laughing because I was outside lying down in the grass, and above my head there was a wasp that came buzzing around, and I thought, oh, what's the spiritual meaning of wasps? So take action. So merely having an idea is not enough. Don't sit and ponder, it's an action time. And the other thing that I saw floating in the air above this wasp was one of those white fluffy balls, and then it actually popped up into the crystal ball, and I sort of thought, oh yes, this has got something to do with it. So, and I saw different wishes coming through on here, like all different ways of making wishes. A wish on a star, throwing something into a well. And I thought, well, those are the fluffy little balls. I think they're thistle seeds, and they're called like Santa's beards, or little fairies that float in the air, and you kind of catch them. And I think there's another type of them, like the dandelion version of the smaller little ones, where you blow a wish. Does he love me? Does he love me not? So it was that kind of feeling that I got. So I think it's a great time to make a wish. And then I was looking through the ball, and I felt this thud, kind of a feeling through the earth. I felt like, oh, that was sort of a loud bang that came in my ears. And I thought, oh, is there sort of movement under the ground? Perhaps there's earthworks or something that's disturbing you and you're grounding, which is why I was thinking, put your bare feet on the ground, go swimming, root vegetables, eat your root vegetables, any excuse to have some hot chips. But, in the most negative sense, perhaps it's like an earthquake or something that's going to happen. But I thought it was more sort of earthworks or something disturbing you in that way. Another little warning with pets: keep the front gate or the front door closed, because I just felt as though there could be some cheeky adventurers. Maybe check the fence line, or if it's other pets, your tanks or your cages, just sort of check that things are being closed properly, because it just felt as though it could be a month where loved ones are trying to escape. So they were my messages that I got through here. The cards that I was kind of feeling drawn to with these messages were the Knight of Wands for a bit of fast movement pace that needs to happen, that action, the Nine of Cups for wishes, and the Tower card just for the rumbling, and maybe there's a bit of foundation that needs to come down and something new to come in. So we'll see what comes in the tarot cards here, Taurus. All right, Taurus. The overall energy for the month is the Five of Pentacles, which is that kind of feeling of being left out in the cold and a bit of a lack kind of feeling overall over the month. But of course, I'm always reminded here, you know, they're out in the cold, they're in the snow and everything, but there's a warm house here. They know the way to get there. There's a pathway. They've got the candle lit up. So, you know, it's just a matter of really going inside. So this is not something that's going to stick around, and it could be brought about by this moon energy. So a bit like you don't have all of the information to hand. And of course, we're around that full moon energy at the start of the month and at the end of the month, with Halloween being, you know, heading. I mean, this is the classic kind of Halloween feeling card, isn't it? The moon. So it just feels as though, you know, it's that lack, like feeling like you don't have enough for, you know, rent, bills, etc., which, you know, everybody's going through that energy at the moment. And I think it's just, you know, more information will come to hand. Things will be illuminated that will help you with this. You've got a bit of an illumination here to help you go, you know, just relax and kind of center yourself. Have this temperance energy, you know, stay balanced and make sure you're eating well, you're drinking lots of water, and, you know, you have the balance, you have a bit of a fun time, bit of a party and a celebration kind of feeling, and enjoy yourself, you know, so you can stay out of that feeling. Because what is clarifying it is the Empress, which is actually really lovely energy to go with the Five of Pentacles. So it's really staying in your power. You know, that's what you need to do right now, is to understand that, you know, you've got these gifts, you can manifest anything. So really, you know, slipping into that lack mentality is, you know, it's all under your own control. You know, change your thoughts and you'll be able to manifest something. You know, you've got this wonderful Fool energy underneath as well. So, you know, the beginning of a new cycle's there right underneath. It's up for grabs. You know, there's, again, I'm attracted to these, you know, that wasp that was coming in. You know, don't just sit there and ponder, like, you know, launch off. If you've got any ideas, give things a crack, you know, change things up, because, you know, you can really count on the Empress to bring in this abundance. There's no need to be feeling like you're left out in the cold. And boy, has the energy, you know, managed to come through for you, because you got the Three of Cups clarified by the Three of Cups. That's why I was having a little giggle about it. And I thought, here's these kittens that look, they're chasing these butterflies, but it reminded me of that fluffy little white thistle seedling that I saw flying in the air. The little wishes that can just be out there to catch. And this looks like great celebrations and, you know, something to celebrate. You're certainly feeling good. You know, maybe if you're, you know, got your girlfriends, you're out with your girlfriends or boyfriends, you know, it doesn't really matter. But, you know, this first start of the month could be a lot of reasons to celebrate. Maybe there's parties, weddings, maybe there's something on. Perhaps you can have a house party, have some friends over, go out for a meal somewhere cheap, have a picnic, you know, be outdoors and enjoy yourself. You know, it felt really nice. There's like lots of little fish jumping up here, maybe relationship wise, plenty of fish in the sea, see, all around. So I was feeling as though this is really nice. Grace is the word that's on the top of this. And, you know, it's beautiful energy. Grace is just such a lovely message to come through for you. Again, it had this full moon. So I thought, yeah, it's this start of the month, and you know, the celebration can go right through to the end with the other full moon. And here we had the earthquake came in that I was feeling, the bumpiness in your foundation. The tower is here, the house of God. And it's come up to clarify the Six of Cups, which can be, you know, it can be to do with relationships or friendships that have been around before or from the past, you know, that have been long-standing relationships. You know, there could be a rift that's happened, or one that's been in the past where you know, perhaps you're going to have to face that, where this person who there's been tricky energy with, where there'll be this, you know, olive branch being handed out, or perhaps, you know, I have to say it, perhaps there is a relationship that's a little bit on the rocks. You know, the foundation's gone a bit funny and you're just feeling like, oh gosh, it's just not going the way that I planned. I couldn't help but look at this cheeky cat here that's up here watching, so cute, but I did think about the having your gates and fences closed. And I did think, you know what, okay, this energy's here, you know about it. So forewarned is forearmed. And the next card that you have is the Devil. Capricorn energy, yes. So, and it's clarified by the Magician in reverse. So I do feel like it's this trickster kind of energy. Look, be careful. If it is a friend that's coming back, or if it is a relationship that's coming back from the past, make sure that they not just use their words and, you know, put these kind of, throw a bit of money or maybe, you know, to put a bit in, you know, but just be careful because there could be something that you're missing. You know, I think time is what's needed here. You know, maybe the olive branch. Yes, thank you. And, you know, we need a bit of time to see how this pans out rather than jumping into anything. Because, yeah, this tricky energy is in here. Be careful of the devil energy as well, that you're not kind of getting too addicted to things like you know, alcohol, sugar. There's lots of things you could, gambling, anything like that. You know, just be careful of that because this Magician's, you know, upturned. So it's like you don't have what you need to kind of come out of this energy. It's not really feeling very positive. So it's just something to be aware of. You've got the Four of Swords towards the end of the month, clarified by the Star card, which is quite nice, but it's a reminder here. Look at your beautiful cat snuggling in with. It's a reminder about your health and to really look after yourself, to get lots of rest, to go within, to think about things, to contemplate, to keep the balance, because here, you know, you've got that feeling, what I said about going out and grounding, putting your feet on the ground, getting in water, being out in nature to make you feel better, because maybe you do have something that's a bit off in your energy. Light a candle, you know, contemplate, think about things, perhaps have spiritual baths to clear the energy, because maybe there is a trickster or tricky person around that could be affecting you, because I just felt as though that tower was sort of like a big change that was coming. So maybe something does need to be cut out. And you're thinking about it here with the Four of Swords, thinking about what you need to cut, who you need to cut. And, you know, information is not all there that you need yet, but it's coming. And I felt like your final clarifying card, being the Illumination, was giving you a bit more of that kind of sense here, that you know, I felt as though it was a bit of a love or relationships that are close to the heart here. And that, you know, things are going to be illuminated. More information will come to you. You know, protect your own heart and your own aura and energy and energetic field, because, you know, you want this beautiful, bright energy to be able to come out from your heart center, and you don't want to have any of that disrupted by this tricky sort of energy. You know, try to sort of stay in this joyful Three of Cups. Try to stay in that kind of energy. And, you know, if that does mean that something needs to be given a break for a while, you know, you can do that with grace. You can say to the person, well, thank you for coming back and saying those nice things. You know, I just think we need some time. And in that time, you can work out this trickiness and see where it lands, and you can make a decision about it later. Overall, it's, you know, it's not a terrible month, Taurus. Of course, Scorpio's birthday's towards the end of the month, my sign, and Taurus is our opposing sign. So you've got that energy that's going to be powerful this month. You know, there's a few major arcanas on the table here. You've got your Empress, you've got your Magician, you've got the Devil and the Tower and the Star. So it is a kind of big month and big energy. Really important, because I'm continually seeing, you know, feet in the water here, water in this one, water here, you know, really, if you can, water here. If you can, get out and ground and I know I keep saying that, but it's so important for Taurus, really, because they do, you know, calibrate better when they've been out in nature. And, you know, I think you can actually manifest some brilliant things with this Empress coming through here. So have a lovely October. Have a wonderful Halloween. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would love that, Taurus. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening.